What's going on, Jerome's beautiful Monday? Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. And of course, rookies reported to TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill yesterday. And our long national nightmare is over as first-round picks J.J. McCarthy signed his contract on Friday, and Diamond Dallas Turner, the number 17 overall pick, the numero uno edge rusher in this class, signed on Sunday. So everything is all good, and all of the contract drama is gone, and Kwesi just gets it done again. But it is like a back to school feeling at the moment in time, because you got Slinging Sam Darnold. Now, Darnold is still relatively young. I mean, he's 27. I mean, weird scenario for the Vikings. Like, what if Darnold plays like lights out, balls out, everything out, and they got a decision? Like, do they roll with Darnold for a year or two? Do they franchise tag him? Do they give him a small extension? Because Sam Darnold playing well would certainly give me an extension. But with McCarthy, I mean, he's the future. So what do you do? Again, would be an absolutely good problem to have. But also, as I get older, I'm starting to respect comfortable shoes. And, people will clown Sam Darnold wearing those, the black New Balances, basically like the inverted version of like the crispy whites that the dads all wear. All right. But at a certain point, it's less about fashion and it's more about function. So, ooh. Oh, this is really good pod. So, I'll say this. I love me some Jordans, of course, in the background and stuff, but especially like the older ones, or even like the replicas of the older ones, like they're not as comfortable. So like, these Jordan 1s lows, or the dunks, or whatever the kids call them, they don't really have like the support. Like even if you put inserts in there, it's just not great. And these ones I love a lot, because obviously purple everything, man. Plus my kid Rocco and we actually have the same ones, because it's got the Velcros. Oh, we got the Velcros, but I don't know, like if we're going to like the zoo or Valley Fair or something, and know we're gonna be walking for a while, like I can't do it, even though it's high fashion and stuff. Like these are my go-tos, and I hate it because they're like old man shoes. So they're just like comfortable, like cross-training shoes. These are Reeboks. These are Under Armours. And I hate it because everything that my dad said was right. He's just like, oh, you're going to get rid of those Jordans because they're heavy and clunky and they're not really comfortable. And then you're going to get yourself some New Balances. And I refuse to get the New Balance. Oh, I will say this. Oh, this is not me like flexing with shoes and stuff, but I will say that these Adidas Court, I think they're like the Court 3.0s, super comfortable. I legitimately, when they were on sale, like these were like $40 on sale at Adidas.com. I literally bought 6 pairs. But apparently, as leather gets older, it like cracks and falls apart. So now I might be effed. I don't know, man. But these are super comfortable too. But that is all. What the hell were we talking about? Oh yeah, Sam Darnold. But also Brian Asamoah is looking good. Hopefully, I still have hope for Asamoah, even though the Vikings, they got Ivan Pace Jr. They have Kamu Grugier-Hill, who's a great backup off ball, as well as Blake Cashman outside. How about that? Like Asamoah, can he be a little something? Asamoah potentially also rumored to be moving to a bit of a hybrid role, like Josh Metellus. I guess we'll see. Also, Hawkinson in the building. It's really good that Hawkinson is walking without a limp, as well as some of the training videos. He was doing some lateral movement, and he wasn't wearing a brace. I'm sure he'll start on the PUP list, but that's more precautionary and also procedural. So we'll see. And also Cam Beasley. Beasley's been busy, man. So he was back in the Philippines, also on safari in Africa. Awesome to see him doing some good work out there. And also pay Cameron Bynum, extend him. And also, once he gets some big-time money, it's going to go from movie to films. Take a long drag on a European cigarette. It is the film. I do not mess with the movies. I don't know why it's French. Next. Also, Jeremy Flax. So, Jeremy Flax, he's an interesting guy. So mammoth, absolutely ginormous. He's 6'5", 343 if he's announced, undrafted out of Kentucky. So there's some raw skills there. They've tried him at tackle, they've tried him at guard, and we'll see what he does in training camp, man. But I kind of like him because I still have this pipe dream about having 350-pound offensive linemen all across the board. Let's just get back to punching teams in the face. Can we do that? As opposed to, hey, we're just going to move laterally and we're going to out-technique you. But, yeah, him and Diamond Dallas Turner. And also, Dallas Turner, like, he's sort of undersized. Well, he is undersized for an edge rusher, but he's also not a small dude, man. But Jeremy Flax just looks like a mountain next to him. Like, he looks like Suge Knight out there. He's huge, monstrous. I love it, man. It's fantastic. Something I don't love. So, Cam Akers, back on July 2nd, he hit the transaction wire, saying that the Vikings had re-signed him, pending passing a physical. Now, we hadn't seen any official announcements or even any reports from the beat writers, but some articles did include Akers as running back depth, so it just seemed like a fait accompli, but not so much. So Cam worked out with the Texans on Sunday, as well as signed with them. Rap sheet, Texans are signing Cam Akers, blah, 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 blah. Now, Cam had worked out at Training House next to TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill. Cam has no ties with the great state of Minnesota, and also he's from Mississippi, played at Florida State, etc. And a lot of guys train in Texas, a lot of guys train in Florida. So it made you raise an eyebrow, right? And also the fact that the Vikings, besides adding Aaron Jones, they didn't add any running backs in free agency or the draft or UDFAs. So it seemed like it was just meant to be that Cam Akers would be back. But I don't know what happened here. But I'm sure we'll get some insight. Someone will break some news. But did he not pass his physical? Because different teams have different standards. So it's very possible and plausible that he could have failed his physical with the Vikings, but then went to the Texans and then passed his physical for them. Who knows? Or it could be a spot too where maybe he passes physical, but the Vikings weren't offering him the contract that Cam was looking for, and maybe he got a little bit more from the Texans, which respect, hats off to him. But I guess we'll see what happens. Well, Cam Akers revenge game, week 3. That'd be good, as well as Daniil and Grenard and Grugier Hill and Shaq Griffin and Cashman and Stephon Diggs and Case Keenum. I'm sure there's more. There probably is more, but we'll see. I guess the Vikings could use some more running back depth at this moment in time. Also, so in some unfortunate news, Rap Sheet paid again. The Packers and Pro Bowl nose tackle Kenny Clark have agreed to terms on another massive contract extension to keep him in Green Bay for the foreseeable future. He gets a 3-year, $64 million extension with $29 million in 2024, and a deal done by blah, 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 blah. So Kenny Clark, even at advanced age, he gets the bag yet again. Now, it's not the extension that people were expecting. People expecting Jordan Love to get paid. But so this is unfortunate because Kenny Clark was going to be free agent next year, and I would have advocated the Vikings go hard in the paint to get Kenny Clark. He is one of the better pass rushing nose tackles in the league. The pride of UCLA, consistently gets after things. Respect there. And also just I feel like he just re-signed with the Packers because he remembered that he gets to play Garrett Bradbury twice a year. I don't know. Like, it's not as bad as Akeem Hicks, but it's still pretty bad. I don't know. Who knows? Something I do know is that Josh Oliver's heading to year 2 of his 3-year, $21 million deal. Now, a lot of people sort of pissed off about the Josh Oliver deal because he only had 22 catches for 213 yards and 2 touchdowns last year on 28 targets, but he's not really a receiving tight end. He's much more of a blocking tight end, basically a 6 offensive lineman. And with Hockenson potentially up on blocks for a couple of games, a lot of people, myself included, think, okay, Bobby Tonyan, okay, Johnny Munt, maybe even Nick Muse, but maybe it might be Josh Oliver because. Yeah, we'll expand on this because Oliver is really interested in me because again, monstrous. What is he listed at height wise? Because he's listed at 6'5", 259. Baloney. Dude is at least 6'7". He's honestly one of the tallest football players I've ever seen in person. Like, he is. Why did they list him smaller? Anyways, but developing a little bit of chemistry here with Sling and Sam Darnold. And why not Oliver? for a couple of games. Like, he came into the league out of San Jose State as a receiving tight end. He became one of the better blocking tight ends in the game with the Ravens, and who knows? Plus, he wears the 8-4. Maybe we can finally solidify things. Maybe Josh Oliver will have a random Gary Barnidge type season, and then we'll just retire 84. All the legends, like Chad Beebe. That's it. Oh, Michael Jenkins, Andre Allison. Yeah, I mean. Lastly, so yes, I fully understand that the PUP list, especially this time of year, is precautionary, procedural, because just in case, right? Because you can't get a player on the regular season PUP list if he's not on the training camp / preseason PUP list. But optics-wise, this is just funny to me. Rap sheet: Lions have placed edge rusher Marcus Davenport on the PUP list to begin training camp, and Davenport has had injury issues since coming in as a first-round pick out of San Antonio, UTSA, and he had injury issues with the Saints. Vikings still signed him because Kwesi loves him, the highly drafted injured guys, and Davenport was both, and the whole Mama Akinchenu situation. And Davenport was decent when he was on the field last year, except he wasn't on the field very much, but still got $13 million out of the Vikings, so there you go. And signed with the Lions, so you know what's going to happen. Like, he's going to be like Jamison Williams, where he'll do nothing all season, and then the 2 games against the Vikings, he'll just go off. Like, he'll end up with 6 sacks on the season, all of them against the Vikings. Yeah, that's just the way it goes, man. But it does indeed feel good to have football back. We're so back, baby. But that's it. Vikings news dump on this Monday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.